Sling.
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। लक्ष्मीनारायणं वन्दे मद्भक्तः प्रवरो हि यः श्रीमन्दानन्दतीर्थाख्यो गुरुस्तं च नमाम्यहं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मर्थाय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्चलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरतात्मज राम राम श्रीराम राम कर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम। हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति यो वदेत् तस्य निःसरते वाणी जह्नुकन्या प्रवाहवत्। नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्वियो भूतिर्भुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। सुसायंकालं सर्वेभ्यः। एतदुपन्यासं संस्कृते च आङ्ग्लभाषे च अपि अस्ति। ये संस्कृते वदामि ते संक्षेपेण आङ्ग्लभाषे अपि वदामि। व्याख्यानम् अहम् आङ्ग्लभाषे एव वदामि। सर्वे अवधि। अतः रामायणकथा प्रवेशनात् पूर्वं द्वे विषये विचारणीये। प्रथमं श्रीमान् नारायणः वासुदेवः विष्णुः किमर्थं रामावतारं धारयित्वा भूमिम् आगतवान् इति एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति। किमर्थं सः वैकुण्ठात् रामरूपेण अत्र आगच्छत् इति। केचन जनाः अत्र वदन्ति रावणः दुष्टः आसीत् तस्य संहारणार्थमेव रामः अत्र आगच्छत् इति। किं तदेव सत्यमस्ति वा? तत् न सत्यमस्ति खलु। किमर्थं तत् न सत्यमस्ति? यतः वयं जानीमः विष्णुः सत्यसङ्कल्पः अस्ति। अस्य अर्थः कः? सत्यसङ्कल्पः इति शब्दस्य अर्थः कः? यदि सः सङ्कल्पं करोति तदा एव तत् सत्यं भवति। सङ्कल्प मीन्स् रिसाल्व्. So whenever Vishnu makes any resolve, whenever he thinks that something needs to happen, it will immediately happen. So if he just thought that yes, I need to kill Ravana, he is doing so much, so many atrocities on earth, then it could have happened. There is no need for him to take Rama avatar. Tasya avashyakam nasti. पुनः अत्र परमात्मनः पुण्यपापो न स्तः. सः पापफलम् अनुभवकारणात् सः अवतारं धारयितुं शक्नोति इति तद् न भवति. तस्य पापं पुण्यं च न स्तः. अतः प्रश्नस्य उत्तरं किं भवति? उपन्यासकाः वदन्ति मर्त्यावतारस्य मर्त्यशिक्षणं राक्षसो वधायैव न तु केवलं विभोः इति तस्य उत्तरम्. अतः मर्त्यशिक्षणाय विष्णुः रामावतारं धारयित्वा अत्र आगच्छति. मर्त्यशिक्षणम् इति किं भवति? Martya means those who are living in Mrityuloka, which means those who are living in this earth. Kim Vishnuhu shikshayati, dharmam shikshayati, dharma margam pradarshayati. Tat karanateva saha atra agachati. Atah etasmin prasiddhe shloke Shri Krishnah tadeva uchyate paritranaya sadhunam. Vayam sarve janimah. Paritranaya sadhunam विनाशाय दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय इति वदति. अत्र धर्म संस्थापनार्थस्य अर्थं द्वितीयपादमस्ति वा विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां तत् नास्ति धर्मसंस्थापनं दुष्कृतां विनाशनमेव नास्ति उदाहरणेन जीवनेन मर्त्यशिक्षणात् जनानां धर्माचरण उद्वेगं वर्धयति महाविष्णुः तदेव धर्मसंस्थापनार्थम् so basically if people just keep telling there are Vedas there are Shastras you are supposed to follow them you are supposed to follow dharma no one is very interested in doing this or ardhamanasa eva te kurvanti they will do it only half heartedly they do not understand what is the mulyam what is the value but if Bhagavan is born यदि कः जातः तस्य जीवनेन शिक्षयति तस्य उदाहरणं ददाति then people will understand that the dharma I am following is actually fruitful and they will also see that the puja I am doing is for this kind of God Rame sarvatra sarve gunaah santi sakala gunaah tasmin santi saha sarvesham priyah asti atah what will people understand they will know that the puja and aradhana I am doing is for him and hence the udvegam to follow dharma seeing through example and also seeing the God himself will increase so tadeva asya प्रश्नस्य उत्तरम् now द्वितीय विषयं किं भवति now we move on to the second thing that we have to discuss before we move on to the story एतस्य उपन्यासभागस्य नाम किं भवति गुहसख्यम् इत्यस्य उपन्यासस्य नाम अस्ति एतस्मिन् किं विशेषणमस्ति इति पृच्छयामश्चेत् अत्र श्रीरामस्य एकः गुणः विशेषतया वर्णितः तत् किं गुणः अस्ति श्रीरामस्य सौशील्यं वर्णितम् अत्र विशेषणेन सौशील्यम् अस्य अर्थः कः अस्य लक्षणं किम् इति पृच्छयामश्चेत् महतः मन्दैः सह नीरन्द्रेण संश्लेष स्वभावं सौशील्यं महतः महान् ग्रेट पीपल मन्दैः सह नीचैः सह those he supposedly considers lower नीरन्द्रेण means like water samshlesha swabhavam which means the quality of any great person mixing with those he considers lower to him like how water mixes so easily there is no you will not find any lumps it just mixes so easily so great people mixing with those considered lower to him without any sort of discrimination with purely is what is known as Saushilyam. Now this is demonstrated by Rama in today's Upanyasam. Angla Bhasha tasya arthaha api the kind of relationship you have with those who are lower to you and the kind of purity of relationship you have is what is being highlighted here. Now Saushilyam Ramayane अन्ये अपि वर्णितं कानि केषु भागेषु वर्णितमस्ति गङ्गातीरे गुहमेलने अत्र गुहसख्योपन्यासे तद्वर्णितं पम्पाकूले सुग्रीवमेलने एव तद्वर्णितं समुद्रतटे विभीषणमेलने च तद्वर्णितं परन्तु अत्र विशेषेण सौशील्यम् अस्ति अत्र अस्य उपन्यासस्य तेषां गुणानां विभवान् च रामगुणैः कदाचित् न समः परन्तु रामः ते सखाः इति मन्यते तस्य गुणाः तस्य क्रियाः च रामेण कदाचित् न समः भवति so what happens ह्यः means yesterday ह्यः वयं सीताकल्याणम् अपश्यामः सीताकल्याणं समाप्तम् अस्ति अधुना किं भवति सर्वे जनाः सीताकल्याणं दृष्ट्वा सन्तुष्टाः भवन्ति हर्षन्ति अतः ते किं कुर्वन्ति सर्वेपि जनाः आनन्देन पूर्णहिरण्यवस्त्रमधुरशकटरथं सकलं स्वीकृत्य परिवारैः सह मिथिलायाः अयोध्यां प्रति गच्छन्ति so they are going from Mithila to Ayodhya. Now what happens? All the people who are there like Rama, Sita, Shatrugna, all of them with their wives are going to Ayodhya. But something very important and interesting happens here. What happens here? Tada dushta nimittani kanichana bhavanti parantu shubha shakunani bhavanti. Nimittani ityarthe kim asti? Kani asti. Nimittani are basically signs. So Shakunani are also signs. So Nimittam Shakunam kim bhedam asti. Pakshi ritya agacchati chet tat Shakunam. Mrigani ritya agacchati chet te nimittani. So basically what is happening here is the animals are giving bad signs. But Pakshis, they are giving Shubha Shakunan. So Dasharatha is confused. So he is asking Vasishtha, what is this? He is asking Kimartham idam bhavati. Adaha Vasishtha vadati, imapi tatra kleshakaryam bhavishyati, jhatiti tasya nivaranamapi bhavati. Tadeva asya arthaha. If something bad is going to happen, then its nivaranam will also happen soon after. That is the meaning of these sort of signs, is what Vasishtha says. Now we have, why did these signs come? Now as far as story is developing, now we have a lot of cinematic effects that Valmiki has given. A very important character is making a very cinematic entry. What is so cinematic here? Valmiki says, Prithivim Kampayan. The earth itself is shivering. Shubhan Dhruvan Patayan. All good trees have fallen. Vayuhu Pradurbhuva. The wind is blowing so fast, it's basically a storm. And Suryaha Tamasa Samriddha. Even the sun is not visible now, it is being covered. So it's entirely dark and there is a storm right now. Who is coming? Kaha atra agatavan? Parashurama atra agatavan. Parashurama Bhargavarama atra agatavan. Ataha atra shlokaha Valmiki likhati. Ataha skandhe cha sajya parashum dhanurvidhyopamam praguhya sharam mukhyam cha tribhughnam yatha shivam. He looks like Shiva while he when he killed that Tribhugna, when he killed the Tripurasura. He looked like that Shiva who with so much anger and ferociousness. And so Parashurama has arrived on the scene now. Now Parashuramam drishtva Dasharatha bhitaha bhavat. Dasharatha got very scared after seeing Parashurama. Now why should Dasharatha get scared after seeing Parashurama? Because Dasharatha itself is a great warrior. He is someone who has conquered so many lands. The reason is Parashurama एकविंशति क्षत्रिय वंशान् नाशयति तस्य रोषेण. यतः किमर्थं सः तत् करोति? यतः एकः क्षत्रियः कार्तवीर्यार्जुनः तस्य पितरं जमदग्निं हन्ति. अतः सः एकविंशति क्षत्रिय वंशान् हन्ति. So basically Parashurama's father was Jamadagni and his father was killed by Kartaviryaarjuna, and hence Parashurama kills 21 dynasties of Kshatriyas. And they are said to be like bad Kshatriyas who are not doing good for the world, and hence it was considered a good annihilation. However, now Dasharatha is obviously scared. Kimartham kim saha punaha etan Kshatriyan samharanaर्थमेव आगच्छति वा इति Dasharatha चिन्तयति. परन्तु Parashurama किं करोति? Dasharathaम् उपेक्ष्य Ramam प्रति गच्छति. He ignores Dasharatha. Dasharatha pleads to him saying, please give abhayam to my children. You are not supposed to harm my children. Don't do anything. But Parashurama doesn't even pay heed to Dasharatha. He goes straight to Rama or Sita. Now he says to Rama, he says these important words to Rama. He says, Taridam dhira shankam jamadagnyam mahadhanuhu urayasya sharaineva swaphalam darshayasva cha. So he says, earlier you have broken the Shivadhanu, and hence that is very impressive. Parantu he says, Atra aham ekaha Vaishnavadhanuhu aham anayami. Atra tat jamadagnya dattam mahyam. Ataha he says, you are supposed to string that bow, and only if you do so, I will consider you as someone as Parashrama. That is what he says to Rama. Now Dasharatha gets very agitated. He says, Putranam abhayam datum arhasi tvam kimartham tadrisham karoti. Parantu saha again neglects Dasharatha and goes away. Then what Rama does is, he quickly goes to Parashurama and he just quickly takes. Now the bow is something that is so difficult to, that is like extremely heavy, and also something that has been greatly. But Rama takes it with so much ease. इत्युक्त्वा राघवः क्रुद्धो भार्गवस्य शरासनं शरं च प्रतिजग्राह हस्ता लघुपराक्रमः. So he became रामः क्रुद्धः भवति. तस्यैव रोषः जातः. किमर्थं सः परशुरामः वदति किं त्वं क्षत्रियधर्मम् यदि आचरति तदा त्वं शरं गृह्णातु इति वदति. अतः रामः क्रुद्धः भूत्वा सः वदति अवजानासि मे तेजः पश्य मे अथ पराक्रमम्. He says you do not know now, look at what I am going to do. अतः त्वं किं करोति? रामः क्रुद्धः शरं स्थापयित्वा वदति. So he quickly places the arrow in that dhanu. Now he starts speaking. Now everyone is astonished. Even Parashurama, even Dasharatha, and all the gods are looking. Devaha, all of them are Ashtaryena saha te pashyama. Now Rama is telling, see, tvam brahmanaha asi. Aham tava pranaharanam moktum na shaktah. I cannot kill you with this because you are a brahmana. I can't do that. So he gives him three options. Aham te padagatim nashayami. So Parashurama has a unique skill which is called his unique boon which is called his varam, which is his padagatim. Padagatim ityarthe kim saha sarvatra chintanena eva gacchati. He need not go. He need not like take effort to like take a vehicle or anything to go. He can go to any place as he wishes. That is one option that Rama gives. Second option, tapopala samajitam. Tapopala samajitam ityarthe tapophalam eva. तृतीयः सः वदति लोकान् अहं नाशयामि. अत्र लोकान् इत्यर्थे किं भवति? तस्य जितलोकान् एव लोकान् अत्र अस्ति. सो परशुरामः क्षत्रिययुद्धेन सर्वलोकान् सः जितः. अतः रामः वदति तस्य लोकान् अहं नाशयामि. अत्र परशुरामः वदति प्रथमम् अहं लोकान् पूर्वमेव कश्यपाय ददामि. So he says I have already given the lokas I want to Kashyapa and hence I cannot take back something I have already given dana of. So he says you cannot do nashanam of my lokas. Dvitiyam aham Mahendragirimev ratrau gaccheyam tad danena. So he says I am supposed to go to Mahendragiri every night because of the dana I gave. Ataha mama Padagatim Manashya. Not destroy my Padagatim because I have to go to Mahendragiri because the earth has become inhabitable for him. He won all the worlds. He was the king of all the worlds for some time. But then he donated everything to Kashyapa. So Kashyapa said you can't stay here in the night. So he has to again go to the mountains. Ataha mama tapobalam nashya. So atra vayam pashyamaha yadi ramam sharam sthapayati tasya prayojanam nanu bhavishyati. Tad kadachit aprayojanam na bhavati. So whenever Rama puts an arrow into a bow, it has to have some prayojanam. It will have some prayojanam. It can never be that it will not have a prayojanam. So punaha vayam kim pashyamaha Vishnu satya sankalpah. That saha kadachit yadi karyam karoti that sarvada samaptam bhavati. Now Parashurama accepts defeat by Rama. Saha, he says this important shloka. अक्षय्यं मधुहन्तारं जानामि त्वं सुरेश्वरं धनुषोऽपि परामर्शात् स्वहितेस्तु परन्तप. He says by the fact that you have stretched this bow, you are akshayyam, imperishable. मधुहन्तारं. कः मधुहन्तारः? मधुहन्ता कः? विष्णुः एव मधुहन्तः. सुरेश्वरः अपि विष्णुः. अतः अहं जानामि इति त्वमेव विष्णुः अस्ति. त्वमेव संपूर्ण अवतारः अस्ति इति सः वदति. He also says that अहं त्वया एव जितः अतः मम लज्जाकारणं न भवति. So he says I am won by the Lord of all the worlds and hence I should not feel ashamed of this also. I am being won by someone who is governing all the three worlds. And then he says that okay, I will go to the Mahendragiri now and hence Parashurama has been successfully defeated by Rama. Tadutva saha Mahendragirim gatva punaha tapam karoti. This is a small incident where Rama comes and defeats Parashurama. Parashurama himself presents him in the scene. Now the question is, why did this whole thing happen? Upanyasakaha bahuni विषयानि च अत्र कथयन्ति। प्रथमं वयं पश्यामः परशुरामस्य गर्वनाशनम् अत्र भवति। सः पूर्वं गर्वी अस्ति। सः चिन्तयति अहमेव तद् शरं प्रयोजनं करोमि, अहमेव क्षत्रियान् नाशनं करोमि इति। परन्तु अत्र रामः तस्य परन्तु परशुरामः रामेण जितः। अत्र तस्य गर्वनाशनं भवति। पुनः अत्र एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति, कथं रामः परशुरामं जितवान् इति पृच्छयामश्चेत् यतः परशुरामः अपि विष्णोः अवतारमेव। परशुरामः विष्णोः एकः अवतारः, रामः अपि विष्णोः एकः अवतारः। यदि पृच्छयामश्चेत् कथम् एकः अवतारः अन्य अवतारेण युद्धं करोति इति वयं पृच्छयामश्चेत् अत्र ज्ञातव्यं विषयम् एकः अस्ति। विष्णोः अवतारः त्रिविधं भवति। प्रथमः, so Vishnu's avatar are of 3 types and Parashurama and Rama are different types of avatars of Vishnu. ते के भवति? प्रथमः शक्ति आवेश अवतारम् अस्ति। सः कार्तवीर्यार्जुनः शक्ति आवेश अवतारं विष्णोः। इत्यर्थः किम् अस्ति? परमात्मनः काश्चनः शक्त्यः एव तस्मिन् सन्ति, परन्तु तस्य आत्मा जीवात्मा एव। काश्चन शक्ताः एव तस्मिन् अस्ति। द्वितीयः स्वरूपावेश अवतारः किं भवति? सः परशुरामः। तस्य जीवात्मनि बहूनि गुणाः शक्त्यः अपि विष्णोः अस्ति, परन्तु तस्य आत्मा पुनः जीवात्मा एव। सः एव स्वरूपावेश अवतारः, सः परशुरामः। पुनः तृतीयः कः अवतारः अस्ति? सम्पूर्ण अवतारम् इति तृतीयः अवतारः। सम्पूर्ण अवतारः रामः च कृष्णः च ते तौ सम्पूर्ण अवतारम् इत्यर्थे ते परमात्मा एव। सः अनुपमः आत्मा। ते एव भूमौ आगच्छतः। अतः को बलवान् अत्र? स्वरूप आवेश अवतारं वा शक्ति आवेश अवतारं वा? ननु अत्र स्वरूप आवेश अवतारमेव शक्ति आवेश अवतारात् बलवान् अस्ति। पुनः सम्पूर्ण आवेश अवतारमेव स्वरूप आवेश अवतारात् बलवान् अस्ति। अतः कार्तवीर्यार्जुनः सः शक्ति आवेश अवतारः जमदग्न्या परशुरामेण स्वरूप आवेश अवतारेण हतः। पुनः परशुरामः स्वरूप आवेश अवतारः श्रीरामेण सम्पूर्ण अवतारेण जितः अभवत्। तदेव तस्य अर्थः, तदेव तस्य कारणम्। पुनः अत्र नागेशभट्टः अपि भाष्यं लिखति, एतेन सस्य इति परशुरामस्य भगवदंशं रामस्य च पूर्ण भगवदवतारं सूचितम् इति भाष्यमस्ति। Now it is also said that, fourthly it is said that this whole episode was to show that Sri Rama is Vishnu. So we have Dasharatha, we have Devas, everyone seeing this whole scene, and we see that Sri Rama demonstrates his immense power. When everyone is scared, even Vasishtha doesn't know what to say, and everyone doesn't even know if they have to chant mantras in front of Parashurama, Sri Rama goes and strings the bow, and hence to show that he is alone Vishnu, this episode has taken place, and hence this is the Tadvartham of the Parashurama Garvanashana. अतः किं भवति? परशुरामः महेन्द्रगिरिं गच्छति, अतः सर्वे सन्तुष्टाः अयोध्यां गच्छन्ति। दशरथः पृष्टः प्रमुदितः अस्ति। किं श्रुत्वा सः प्रमुदितः भवति? जमदग्नि गतः इति श्रुत्वा सः अतीव पृष्टः भवति। सः तस्य भयं नाशयति। अतः परशुरामस्य कथा समाप्तं। वयं बालकाण्डायाः अन्तिमसर्गे प्रवेशं कुर्मः। अत्र केचन श्लोकाः वर्णयन्ति रामश्च सीता च 12 वर्षाणि अयोध्याम् आस्ताम्। कथम् आस्तां ते? अत्र सुन्दराणि श्लोकानि सन्ति। रामस्तु सीतया सार्धं जहार बहुनृतान् मनस्वी तद्गतस्तस्या नित्यं हृदि समर्पितः तस्याश्च भर्ताद्विगुणं हृदये परिवर्तते अन्तर्जातमविव्यक्तम् आख्याति हृदयं हृदा. So प्रथमं वयं पश्यामः वाल्मीकिः वदति बहून् ऋतान् ते सन्तोषेण वसन्ति, ते सन्तोषेण वसन्तः. The question is, प्रश्नः किमर्थं वाल्मीकिः बहून् ऋतान् इति वदति, किमर्थं सः 12 वर्षाणि इति न वदति? The answer is, he is trying to emphasize that Rama and Sita enjoyed all the seasons, which means that there are different kinds of fruits, flowers, different kinds of experiences towards all the seasons, and Rama and Sita were able to enjoy all of them and live happily. It was something that he wants to convey poetically, and hence he does not say Varshan, he says Ritun. Next we see that atra asti Hridayam Hrida Akhyati, which means that they spoke from heart to heart. They did not even converse, which means they were able to understand what each other was thinking. Ramasya hridaye Sita asti, Sitayaha hridaye api Ramah sthirah sthapitavan. Atra vayam janimah. Atra tasyah bandhuः katham asti iti vayam ज्ञातव्यम्. Atra dvividha dasyam asti in general. ते तौ अस्ति. अत्र द्विविधौ दास्यौ स्वरूपकृतदास्यम् and गुणकृतदास्यम्. So what is स्वरूपकृतदास्यम्? Swarupakrita means the dasyam you do or the service you do or the love you have because of natural relationship you have with someone. For example, we have relationship with our parents, we have relationship with other relatives, with let's say uncles, let's say aunts, all other relationships that we have, and we have some sort of nirbandham towards them. We have some sort of dasyam that we are supposed to do just because of that relationship. It is not because of that qualities. Now the second type of dasyam is gunakrita dasyam. That kim asti? Let's say we meet someone at the workplace, and let's say they are behaving nicely to us. They have very good qualities. They dharmam acharanti iti bhavati. Vayam tasmin pritihi dashyamah. So we will show that we will show our affection towards them, or we will do service towards them. That is gunakrita dasyam. Kim uttamam tayoh मध्ये स्वरूपकृत दास्यं वा गुणकृत दास्यं वा इति पश्यामश्चेत् अत्र स्वरूपकृत दास्यमेव उत्तममस्ति. अतः the love that Sita and Rama had for each other was स्वरूपकृत दास्यं for each other first. They did not like each other only because of their gunas. Of course, both of them had sakala guna sampanna च परन्तु प्रथमं they liked each other only because of their स्वरूपकृत दास्यं. And this also means that our love for Paramatma as such should be because of Swarupakrita dasyam. It is because of natural relationship. And why is this so great? This is just because it is selfless. If you are looking at someone's qualities and hence there is some sort of affection developed, then it means that there are some sort of expectations that are being placed. But in Swarupakrita dasyam, it is selfless. There are no expectations being placed. And hence, Sita's and Rama's love was so pure that it was for Swarupakrita dasyam. अतः तस्य अतः एव वाल्मीकिः अस्य अत्र वर्णितम्, अत्र तस्य बन्धुः वर्णितम्. And and hence we see that in Kanakadhara Stotram as well, we have this particular verse which goes like Yetkataksha sampasana vidhi sevakasya sakalartha sampadah He says, so basically here we are saying that her Lakshmi's Kataksha is going to bring all good for us. But finally Shankaracharya says, Murari Hridayeshwari, she is the one who governs the heart of Murari, which means that they reside in each other's heart, and hence this Valmiki's writing which says Hridayam Hrida Akhyati, they speak from heart to heart, is justified. Now atra vayam Balakandam samaptam asti atra vayam Ayodhya kandasya arambhah idam atra Ayodhya kandasya arambhah asti. Ayodhya kandasya visheshanam kim asti? What is the speciality of Ayodhya Kanda? It is that this is the only Kanda in which both Rama and Sita are together throughout. In all of the other Kandas, in Balakanda they just get married. In all other Kandas, there's either Sita's away in Lanka or Yuddha happens, etc. So Ayodhya Kanda is the only Kanda where both of them are together. Now moving on, let's look at Ayodhya Kanda Prathamaha Shlokaha. Tad Dativa Visheshaha Bhavati. Tad Kaha Shlokaha. Atra Shlokaha Asti. Gacchata Matulakulam Bharatena Tadanakha Shatrughno Nitya Shatrughno Nita Priti Puraskritaha Iti Asti. Asya Sadharana Artham Angla Bhashe Vadami. Atra vayam pashyamaha. So Bharata and Shatrughna are going to Bharata's Madala Graham. Madala Graham is his uncle's home. So his uncle's home is Kaikeyi Desham. Bharata's mother is Kaikeyi. Saha Kaikeyi Deshat Agatavati. Ataha tasya Madala Graham Kaikeyi Desham. Tasya Madalasya Namaha Yudhajit. His uncle's name is Yudhajit. So he goes there so he can enjoy his uncle invites him. So when Bharata goes, Shatrughna also follows him because Shatrughna serves Bharata with devotion. Saha Bharata Bhaktaha asti yatha Rama Lakshmanaha Rama Bhaktaha asti. Ataha saha eva Bharatena saha gacchati. Atra vicharaniyani vishayani santi. Bharataha ityasya namnaha arthaha kaha. Kimartham tasya nama Bharataha bhavati. Rajyasya bharanam agre saha karoti. Iti saha Bharataha asti. So Bharata is the one who is going to carry the kingdom for 14 years and Rama goes to the forest. So somehow because of their jnana, when naming them, they knew this, so they named him Bharata. Punaha Shatrughna iti namam kimartham sthapitam. Shatrughna, what is the meaning of his name? Agre Uttarakande Lavanasuran saha hanishyati. So he kills Lavanasura. So that is one reason why Shatrughna. But the point is Lakshmanaha api bahavaha shatravaha nashayati. Ramaha api bahavaha shatravaha nashayati. Kimartham tasya namah Shatrughnaha asti. Atra vyakyanam bhavati. Saha Shatrughnaha Nitya Shatrughnaha cha. Our senses, the likes and dislikes we have, the raga dvesham we have, all of them are considered our eternal enemies. They are enemies who are always with us inside. So what does this mean? This means that Shatrughna Tani Taha Shatravaha Saha Hanti. Saha Indriya Nigrahanam Karoti Iti Asya Asthaha. Ataha Tasya Namaha Nitya Shatrughnaha api. Krishna api Arjunam Prati Bhagavad Gitayam Vadati. असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येन च कृत्यति. अत्र वयं पश्यामः शत्रुघ्नः तत् करोति. वैराग्येन अभ्यासेन च तस्य इन्द्रियाणि वशीकरणं करोति. पुनः श्लोके अस्ति शत्रुघ्नः अनघः इति अस्ति. अनघः इत्यस्य अर्थः किम्? अघस्य साधारण अर्थः पापः. अनघः इत्यर्थे यस्मिन् पापाः न सन्ति इति अनघः. परन्तु गोविन्दराजः वदति अस्मिन् प्रकरणे अघशब्देन केवल रामभक्तिः उच्यते. भागवतभक्तिं सूचयितुमेव अनघः. अत्र शत्रुघ्नः रामे केवलं न भक्तिः स्थापयति, रामे अपि भक्तिः न स्थापयति. सः भारते एव भक्तिं स्थापयति. अतः सः भागवतभक्तिः अस्ति, रामभक्तिः न. अतः अघः इत्यर्थे रामभक्तः, अनघः इत्यर्थे भरतभक्तः. सः भरतभक्तः एव. Hence, God is someone who likes devotees as well very much. So Shatrughna is someone who chose to take refuge in Bharata as opposed to Rama, and hence he is Anaghah. अतः भरतेन शत्रुघ्नः च केकेय देशं गत्वा आनन्देन पुत्रस्नेहेन मातुलेन लालितः. So he was very happy in Kaikeyi Desham. His Madala was taking care of him like he is his own son. Now next we move on to the next bhaga. तत् किम् अस्ति? अत्र रामस्य गुणाः पश्यामः. तस्मात् पूर्वं किं पश्यामः? अत्र बालकाण्डस्य प्रथमसर्गे एकः श्लोकः अस्ति, कौशल्यायाः श्लोकः अस्ति। तत् किम् अस्ति अत्र? कौशल्या शशुभेदेन पुत्रेण मिततेजसा यथा वरेण देवानाम् आदितिर्व्रजपाणिना इति। Atah, what is being said here? It just basically means that Kaushalya was shining. Kaushalya's face, Kaushalya was glowing because of Rama. Because she gave birth to Rama. We even see in Nama Ramayanam that Saha Kaushalya Sukhavardhanah. Ramah Kaushalya Sukhavardhanah. Parantu atra kim prashnah bhavati? Idam Balakande eva Valmikina varnitam. Kim Saha punaha tat स्थापयति वा? किम् इदं पुनरुक्तिदोषः वा इति जनाः पृच्छन्ति। अस्य उत्तरः किं भवति इति, रामपुत्रजननकाले यथा आनन्दः आसीत् कौशल्यायाः तद् समान आनन्दः 24 वर्षात् अनन्तरमपि अस्ति इति तस्य अर्थः। So whatever happiness Kaushalya had when she gave birth to Rama, she had the same kind of happiness even after 24 years. That is because of Rama's gunas, that is because of his conduct, and that is because of his actions. So such were Rama's gunas. Atah sargadvayamapi Ramasya sampurna gunasampurnah vartate. So the next two sargas are going to talk about Ramasya gunasampurnah. Vayam balakande eva Ramasya gunaha pashyanti. Parantu atra punaha vadati. किमर्थं वाल्मीकिः पुनः वदति? रामस्य पट्टाभिषेकम् अत्र भवति, अतः सः किं पट्टाभिषेकाय सः समर्थः अस्ति वा इति प्रश्नस्य उत्तरं दातुं सः पुनः तस्य वर्णनं करोति। Now let's look at how Valmiki describes Rama's form. We have already looked at this. Sahi rupa upapannascha वीर्यवान् अनसूयकः भूमौ अनुपमः सौनुः गुणैर्दशरथोपमः। रूपसम्पन्नः, he is the most beautiful, he is वीर्यवान्, he is anasuyakah. Valmiki says all of this. Anasuyaka means he is free from envy, does not have envy towards anyone. Gunaihi dasharathoopamah, he says he is equal to Dasharatha in some of his gunas. Why does he say this? It is just to show that saha yuvarajam bhavitum arhati. Kimartham? We see that Dasharatha was the previous king. Only if Rama had gunas that were equal to Dasharatha, will he be considered eligible to become the next king. Ataha Valmiki Khati Gunair Dasharathoopamah. Punaha Kim Rikati Te eva Sadharana Gunaha Saha Rupa Sampannah Viryavan Anasuyakah Gunair Dasharathoopamah iti. Parantu atra Valmiki api Rikati Bhumau अनुपमसूनुः इत्यर्थे यस्य उपमानः नास्ति एव सः अनुपमः। अतः रामस्य उपमानः भूमौ नास्ति, he is incomparable, there is no one equal to him in the world. This establishes that he is the supreme, he is the one who cannot be compared, he is Paramatma Aparaha Vasudevah iti eva sah vagati. So Rama's beauty is something that is so evident throughout Ramayana. Everyone talks about his beauty. When Dasharatha sees him, he is so happy. When Praja sees him, he is so happy. Even Ravana stops to admire his beauty on the battlefield. When they are about to fight, he says, "Oh wow, Rama is so beautiful." So such is his beauty. So Dasharatha sarvan prajan mantrinah cha ahvayati. He has called all prajasatis. Kim Ramah yuvarajah bhavitum shaknoti va? Yuvam sarve kim chintayatha? Iti saha pruchhati. So he is asking all his prajas and mantrinah, what do you think? Does Rama deserve to become king? Or do you think, I think that Rama should be the next king because I am aging. What is your opinion? Now we see that democracy is in play even here. It is supposedly a rajyam, it is supposedly a monarchy. But he calls his prajas, mantrinah, sarve eva ahvayati, saha pruchhati, kim mama nirnayam samyak va iti saha pruchhati. So Dasharatha actually says, this is what I like to do, but please provide alternative suggestions. This is what he tells his prajas. Now, the prajas again start describing Rama's gunas elaborately. Such are his gunas. So the prajas quickly say, Dasharatha, enough of your rule. You better go away. We want only Rama. That is the kind of love they have towards Rama. Ataha vayam Ramasya केचन गुणाः पश्यामः, केचन विशेषणगुणाः अपि एव पश्यामः. One interesting guna that he has is, it is अत्र श्लोकेन वर्णितं. कथञ्चित् उपकारेण धनैकेन तुष्यति न स्मरत् यपकाराणां शतमय्यात्मवर्तया. So, कृतेन एकेन उपकारेण रामः तुष्यति. Upakara means help. He will be satisfied with even one small help you do. If someone, he goes to some hunting, and if someone gives him water, he will be so happy that he will keep telling everyone, see, this is the person who helped me at that time, and he will always remember the help that you did to him. He is kritagnaha, one who kritam janati iti kritagnaha, one who knows the good done to him. Parantu shatavapi apakaranam na sparat. Even if you do 100 mistakes, Rama will not remember that. He will always remember the good side of things, good side of people, and he will he is someone who is saturated even by one small thing you do. That's something they say in even worship of Rama. One small thing you do to worship Rama, he will be pleased automatically. पुनः द्वितीयः वयं पश्यामः, रामस्य वाग्भूषणं सम्पूर्णम् अद्भुतं च भवति. तस्य वाग्भूषणं विशेषणम्. अत्र श्लोकः पुनः अस्ति, स तु नित्यं प्रशान्तात्मा मृदुपूर्वं च भाषते उच्यमानोऽपि पुरुषं नोत्तरं प्रतिपद्यते. रामः प्रशान्तात्मा. He is always very calm. He does not speak. He does not get irritated fast. He doesn't even get irritated usually. He's a very calm person. But more than that, he is a mridu bhashi. He always speaks sweetly. He never speaks, he is not a katu bhashi. He never speaks katu vachanani. He is always a mridu bhashi. Punaha saha purva bhashi bhavati. Purva bhashi, what is the meaning of purva bhashi? Iti. So let's say we go to a certain place and vayam mahatah pashyamaha. Vayam kim chintayamaha. Saha shresthaha maya saham vartalapi karoti va. Kim aham tatra gacchami va na gacchami va iti vayam पुनः वयं चिन्तयामः. परन्तु रामः स्वयमेव गत्वा वृद्धेभ्यः ज्ञानेभ्यः च ज्ञानं स्वीकरोति. कृपया वदतु, तव जीवनात् अहं किं ज्ञातुं शक्नोमि इति सः स्वयमेव गत्वा सः पृच्छति. अतः सः पूर्वभाषी भवति. अतः सः अन्य भाषणभूषणानि च तस्मिन् सन्ति. के सन्ति? सः प्रथमः पूर्वभाषी अस्ति, मृदुभाषी अस्ति, स्मितभाषी अस्ति. Smita means what? Smita means to smile. He always speaks with a smile. He never has a very grim, angry face. He always has a smiling face. Saha priyabhashi. He always speaks with affection. Saha mitabhashi. Mitam means what? Less. Mitam means little. So he always speaks little. Kimartham? Satyaya mitabhashinah ikshvaku janaha iti vadanti. Iti kathate. Ikshvaku, the people of Ikshvaku dynasty always speak less. Why do they speak less? Satyaya te mitabhashinah. They always want to speak the truth. So if they speak too much, they are afraid that some sort of lie may come out of their mouth. So they always speak less. Saha satyabhashi asti, hitabhashi asti. He always speaks in a comforting way. He never speaks in a way that causes trouble. He never speaks in a way that agitates people. And saha dharmabhashi api asti. Saha dharmavachaspatihi. Kim vadam bhavati, saha dharmavachaspatihi asti. If there are any matters of dharma to be discussed, he becomes dharmavachaspati and he debates like vachaspati himself. अतः रामस्य गुणाः बहवः सन्ति. Another important guna that he had was Ramah प्रीतियुक्तः अस्ति. प्रीतियुक्तः इत्यर्थे किम्? If we see someone who has so many qualities, who is so great, then it is natural for people to develop ईर्ष्या. ईर्ष्या is jealousy. Natural for them to feel jealous. परन्तु जनानां ईर्ष्ये तस्मिन् नास्ति. No one was ever jealous of him. Everyone was always affectionate towards him. That was the kind of personality that Rama had. Now, even in Bhagavad Gita we see about Vakyam. Krishna tells Arjuna, Anudvegakaram vakyam. Satyam priyahitam chayate. Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. He describes what is vangmayam tapaha. He says how speech should be. And Rama is someone who follows all of it. What exactly are the meanings of those words? If you are supposed to go into the shloka, Anudvegakaram means you are supposed to speak without hurting someone, without necessarily causing hurt or without making them feel bad. That is Anudvegakaram vakyam. Satyam, you should always speak the truth. You are not supposed to speak unrutam because you are speaking Priya Bhasha. Satyam Priyahitam. Priyahitam. It should be with affection. It should be something that is comforting. Satyam Priyahitam Chayate. The next part is more important. Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chayate. Which means Swadhyayam Kritva Eva Bhashanam Kartavya. When you are advising something to someone, you should not simply take advice and say, yes, this is there and hence you are supposed to do this. You are supposed to do it yourself and only then you are supposed to advise others. At this point, Arjuna asked Krishna, have you done this earlier? Or in Vyakranam it is asked, has Krishna done this earlier for him to preach this Bhagavad Gita, for him to preach yoga? Then it is said that Krishna did this in this Ramavatar. When he was sent to the forest, he showcased Samachittatvam. And hence, he did Swadhyaya Abhyasanam. तदेव वाङ्मयं तपः इति उच्यते. अतः वयं पश्यामः रामस्य गुणाः. अत्र पुनः प्रजाः किं वदन्ति? Those prajas again say, okay, Rama has all these gunas and hence we want only him crowned as the crown prince. And hence what do they say? They say they want to see Rama in a specific way because of their love for him. They say Rama has an elephant whom he always rides on. The elephant is called Shatrunjaya. Now this elephant was 20 feet tall. If all elephants were 10 feet tall, this elephant was taller than the tallest of elephants. Why was this so? They say because Rama was the one who nourished him. He grew up with Rama's nourishment. And hence when Rama kept touching and caressing the elephant, he grew taller than the tallest of elephants. And hence people say, I want to see Rama riding on that elephant. Now it is also said in Bhagavatam that it is also said in Vyakranams of Bhagavatam or in Krishna's story that all the cows that were there and calves that were there, all the Gavaha in Gokulam, all of them are also taller and all of them are also much bigger than the usual cows. That is because Krishna was the one who nourished them. So there is one Tamil song in which is basically it is an album song, but it's a beautiful song, which goes like Ulade Pashukalella Gopalal Kurale Kirthinadu Kadi Parmala Hananin Kurale Kirthinadu Direkta Paatirathil Mundu Kadi Neerku Namo Hananin Pere Solli Mudi Vaikta Paatirathil Mundu Kadi Neerku Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. So such was the beauty of Rama and Krishna's nourishment. So people say, I want to see him. Back to Ramayana, people say, I want to see him sitting on the Shatrunjaya elephant. And I want to see him when Lakshmana is trying to hide his face with the chamara. Because Shatrugna is always trying to hide Rama's face because he thinks that people's drishti will fall on Rama and hence he should not be affected. But people want to see him through that gap and people describe this because of their preeti for Rama. And hence this entire thing ends and Rama's coronation is planned. Next we make preparations for Rama's Pattabhishekam. Chaitra Shrimanayam Masaha Punyaha Pushpita Kananaha iti Valmiki Ramayane अस्ति. अतः चैत्र मासे पौष नक्षत्रे तस्य पट्टाभिषेकं भविष्यति इति सर्वे कथ्यन्ते. अतः सः they make all the arrangements. What are the arrangements? They have मालाः, मूलानि, वस्त्राः, सेनाः, puja vastuni, bhojanam. They bring all of it and it's a very elaborate arrangement. All of Ayodhya is brimming with festivity because Rama is going to be crowned king and Dasharatha is also very happy. So far, so good. Everything is going well. Now Dasharatha again asks Sumantra to call Rama, and he again tells Rama, see, this is how you are supposed to, this is how you are supposed to do, this is how your Rajya is supposed to happen. First he tells Rama that you are supposed to be crowned king. Rama listens to it and Saha gachati. Punaha Ramam ahvayati Dasharatha. तस्य धर्मः किं किम् आचरणीयम् इति सः वदति वसिष्ठः अपि किं किम् आचरणीयम् इति वदति वसिष्ठः रामं प्रति वदति त्वं व्रतं त्वया व्रतम् आचरणीयम् इति वदति किमर्थं पट्टाभिषेकात् पूर्वं व्रतम् आचरणीयम् इति so both Rama and Sita are supposed to observe vratam before pattabhishekam so both of them are basically fasting throughout the night and both of them are also lying on this kusha grass. This kusha grass is what people lie for, lie to practice austerity, lie on to practice austerity in Ramayana. So both of them are practicing vows right before the pattabhishekam. So it is not like these days where people generally party when they hear the good news. They go like doing all sorts of activities. They both are observing vows towards to ensure that everything goes well. So they are self-restrained, disciplined people. So they say you're supposed to fast tonight, and both of them fast that night. And before that, it also seen that Kaushalya is meditating with Sumitra, Lakshmana, and Sita, and she is always praying to Vishnu. For what? She is praying for Putra Hitaya Vishnave Praptiyati, Vishnu Praptiyati. So Rama tells her the happy news. She is also very happy. Then Rama also tells Lakshmana. What does he tell Lakshmana? Lakshmane maya sartham prashadhi tvam vasundharam vitiyam mentaratmanam vamiyam shri rupasthita. He says, oh Lakshmana, you also rule this earth together with me. All these royal fortunes may all these occur to you as well. We both will rule this together, he tells Lakshmana. That is a kind of Preeti asked towards Lakshmana as well, as soon as he gets the, when it's announced that he has to do Pattabhishekam. Now what happens? Now, right before the turning point, climax happens, we have Rama going and worshipping his Kuladevam. His Kuladevam is Ranganatha. अतः अत्र श्लोकः अस्ति सर्गस्य प्रथमः श्लोकः अस्ति गते पुरहिते रामः स्रातो नियतमानसः सह पत्न्या विशालाक्ष्या नारायणम् उपागमत् इति अतः Rama came to pray to Ranganatha. कथम् आगतवान् सः पत्न्या सह विशालाक्ष्या सह वैदेह्या सह आगच्छति रामः. Now the first question is, why is Sita described as Vishalakshi here? Usually Sita is not described as Vishalakshi, but why does Valmiki use Vishalakshi here? In Vyakhanam it is said that when Rama was praying to Ranganatha, Sita was seeing Rama doing Aradhana, and that Aradhana was so beautiful that by observing him so much and because of her love for both the deity and also because of her devotion, her eyes started growing bigger and bigger, and then she became Vishalakshi in that occasion. And secondly, we also talk about what Rama was praying. Now Rama was praying to Ranganatha that everything should go well, but something bad ends up happening. So basically Upanyasakaha say, Vasishtha told Rama, go and pray that your Pattabhishekam should happen properly, your Rajyam should happen properly. But Rama said to have gone there and prayed, oh Ranganatha, may I go to Varam, may I do Vanavasam, may I go. So Rama wants to establish the rhythm of the world. He wants to ensure that whatever is supposed to happen will happen. So Upanyasakaha interprets that he went to Ranganatha and prayed that he should go for Vanavasam. Now तृतीयः एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति, किमर्थं रामः दशरथस्य पुत्रः भवितुम् इच्छति? Why was he born to Dasharatha? Why not to anyone else? There is one Vyakhyan Karanam that is there for why he was born to Dasharatha. The reason is, now people are doing puja to Ranganatha, but Vishnu was not satisfied. He wanted someone to do puja to Ranganatha that satisfies him, that is equal to himself doing puja, that is pure and selfless. So usually when we do puja, what do? We go and ask, I want this to happen, I want that to happen. Our puja is always about asking from God. But Ranganatha wanted someone like Rama, who is always who is Samachittatve Nitchitavan, Dharmashitaha, who prays for the wellness of the world and who also prays selflessly. Hence, he took birth in Dasharatha's family. Dasharatha was also a Dharmashitaha. And Dasharatha's Kuladevam was Ranganatha. And hence, to do this puja to Ranganatha, he was born to Dasharatha. It's one of the Vyakyana. Now, Atra Kim Bhavati, Atra Ayodhya was sparkling. Samudryado Bhiki Arnavadakam Iva Bhavok. It was sparkling like how aquatic animals used to light up the water of the ocean shore. The people of Ayodhya were lighting up Ayodhya itself. There were so many lamps, there were happy people. Hrishtaha, Santushtaha, Janaha, Deepaha cha Ayodhya Alankaram. Now, so far so good. Story is going nice. Rama is great, Gunas are great. He's going to go for Pathabhishekam. Everything is nice. Now we have now rising action is picking up. We have the entrance of the villain, of the Villi in this one. Now, who is this Villi that we are talking about? Kasa Dushkarini, Tasyaha Nama Manthara. Yes. Now we all know of Manthara and Eshaha Shlokaha Mukhyaha Asti Sargasya Prathamaha Shlokaha Sargasya Vidyaha Shlokaha Asti Nyati Dasi Yato Jata Kaikeyastu Saposhita Prasadam Chandra Sankasham Arupayadrichaya. What does it say basically? It says that Manthara is described as Nyati Dasi. She was one who was brought from Kaikeyi's home when she came to Ayodhya. So she stayed there for such a long time, and hence she was able to approach Kaikeyi easily. Sumataya saha Kaikeyi Kaikeya vartalapam karoti. अतः सा ज्ञातुम् अस्ति. पुनः अत्र सा यदृच्छया अत्र आगच्छति इति वाल्मीकिः लिखति. यदृच्छया इत्यस्य अर्थः किं भवति? यदृच्छया इति coincidence is what is the usual meaning in English. But it is not by mere coincidence that she came. In Sanskrite वयं वदामः यदृच्छया इति तस्य इच्छया नारायणस्य इच्छया एव सः अत्र आगच्छति. Now Rama knew that he had to go to the forest. Narayana knew that this has to happen. So Manthara came without any apparent reason. There was no particular job she had to do, but she came there. So they say it was because of Narayana's ichha. पुनः अत्र शब्दः अस्ति यतो जाता मंथरा इति शब्दः अस्ति. Yato Jata means what? She was born somewhere, is what Valmiki says. Yato Jata. He does not say etadrishim etadrishyam nagaryam jata. Iti saha na likhati. Saha yato jata iti likhati. Now the question is, why is he saying she was born elsewhere? If he doesn't know where she was born, he could have just said, he would have just skipped it, right? It's like, you just raise your hand and say, I don't know the answer, and you just and you like basically disrupting the entire flow of the kavyam or flow of a particular proceeding. Right? So why are you saying yato jata? Now upanyasakaha vadanti asya arthaha sa ayodhyam na jata iti. Yadi sa ayodhyam jata chete Raman durbhagyam anubhavatu iti kadachit na chintayati. She was born in Ayodhya, she will never think of such bad things to Rama. And hence he says yato jata, he was not born in Ayodhya. Now we have looked at who Manthara is. Now Manthara comes there, Manthara pritchati kimartham imam kolahalam janaha vadanti Rama pattabhishekam bhavishati. Tat shrutva Manthara katham bhavati amarshita bhavati kruddha bhavati. She becomes furious because she becomes furious that Bharata is not giving the puja. So when everyone is happy, this lady is furious and she goes to meet Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi drishtva saha kim vadati? Saha vadati Uttishta mudhe. These are Kaikeyi sir. So she basically calls Kaikeyi a foolish woman to take up. Kim sheshe bhayam tvam abhivartate. When you are sleeping, there is great danger approaching you. She tells Kaikeyi. Now Kaikeyi vishadam agamat, she asks, what is this? What are you telling me? Then she says, Ramaha eva yuvaraja bhavishyati tad asmakam dukha vishayam asti. Vayam asmakam sarvani bhagyani nashyanti. Iti sa valati. So she even goes on to say that Dasharatha is deceiving you. He has given the kingdom to Rama, and he seems to be nice to you, but he is not behaving favorably to you. Now, what does Kaikeyi do as soon as she hears this? First, when she hears that Rama Pattabhishekam is going to happen, she immediately takes a necklace and she gives it to Manthara. Mantharam prati abharanam dadati. Saha vadati tvam ativa santosha vishayam vadati. Aham ativa santushta bhavami. Kim tubhyam anyam abharani eva ichhasi chet vadatu. Iti sa vadati. You want something else from me? I can give you that also. You have told me such a good news. And she says, and she also goes on to say first, Ramo va bharate va shekam nopalakshaye tasmat uttasmi raja Ramam rajyeti shekhyati. So she says, I don't say any difference between Rama and Bharata. Rama va Bharatam va vishesham nopalakshaye. I do not see any difference between them. Whether it's Rama crowned as king or Bharata crowned as king, I am happy. Both of them are my sons. Is what Kaikeyi first says. And she even says Rama renders better service to me than Bharata. And hence I am very happy that he is there. But Manthara, being so cruel, she takes Kaikeyi's abharanam as well and gives her bad thoughts as well. And she basically injects poison into her mind. Now, Kaikeyaha manoparivartanam katham bhavati. Manthara punaha vadati Ramaha yadi yuvaraja bhavishyati tarhi Bharatam dhritya rupena dhritya rupena bhavati. So your Bharataha will become a servant to Rama. Right? Kaushalya bhavati dasi rupena sthapayati. You will become a servant to Kaushalya. She keeps saying this again and again. And she also says that Rama will vanish Bharata. He has been in his Matula Graham from his balyam. Balyat saha Matula Grihe eva asti. Ataha Ramenasya pritihi nasti. Iti sa bahavaha vadanti. Atra Kaikeyi punaha Ramasya gunaha vardayati. Saha vadati saha tatsarvam na karoti. Iti Kaikeyi vadati. परंतु मंथरा पुनः इदं पुनः वदति न भरतः सेवकः एव भवति भरतः दासी एव भवति त्वमेव कौशल्यायाः दासी भवति तत् श्रुत्वा कैकेय्याः मनोपरिवर्तनं भवति अन्तिमे अतः भरतस्य सर्वनाशं भवति इति कैकेयी श्रुत्वा सः वदति अद्य राममितः क्षिप्रं वनं प्रस्थापयाम्यहं यौवराज्ये च भरतं क्षिप्रमेवाभिषेचये. So she says, today I will banish Rama from the kingdom and I will get Bharata coronated as the king. So Kaikeyi finally says this to Manthara, and that is where her Parivartanam happens. Then it is Manthara who remains Kaikeyi. Remember you have two books. Now Katham Kaikeyi tau varau dattavati. Manthara tasya varasya smaranam sa eva tasya varasya smaranam kavati. Sa vadati Vaijayantya nagare dandakaranye shambasura yukte vaya eva Dasharatham sangramat apavakyam rakshitah. Dasharatha rakshitah vaya eva. So she says it was in the Yuddha so many years back with Shambasura. You are the one who saved Dasharatha. Tada Dasharatha tubhyam bahuvaram adadat. Tvam yada ichheyam tada grihniya iti avada. You told that whenever I want, I will ask these two varas. I will not ask for them now. and hence you have those 2 varas. So she tells Kaikeyi to use these 2 varas and then ask Dasharatha. Now, there is another question here. It is Manthara who says, Chaturdasha varshani Ramaha vanam gacchatu. किमर्थं 14 वर्षाणि अत्र 16 वर्षाणि नास्ति वा 9 वर्षाणि नास्ति वा किमर्थं 14 वर्षाणि इति कथ्यते? मन्थरा वदति 14 हि वर्षाणि रामे प्रवाचिते वनं तदा एव प्रजानां मनोपरिवर्तनं भवति. भरतः एव श्रेष्ठः, रामस्य स्मरणं नास्ति तदा प्रजाः भरतम् एव स्मरिष्यन्ति. अतः राम 14 वर्षाणि वनं गच्छतु इति वदति. So the psychological time that is required for people's mind to change is 14 years as considered by Manthara. But somehow that doesn't happen. When Rama comes back, everyone feels like the child of their own home has come back, and everyone is again happy to receive Rama. And Bharata also crowns Rama as the king. That is the later part of the story. So she only gives the idea to Kaikeyi as to how to ask Dasharatha. Now, if you just go to Dasharatha and ask when the Pattabhishekam is tomorrow, that Rama should not become king, when he should be banished, Dasharatha will not agree. Ataha, she cruelly asks Kaikeyi to take advantage of him. Ataha, sa vadati Kaikeyi abharanani shipya krodhagraham praveshya. He says, remove your ornaments. It is inauspicious for women of the time to remove their ornaments and in the evening. So she says, remove your ornaments and krodhagraham praveshya. Go to Krodhagraham. Krodhagraham is a place they have when they kill angry, like the anger rooms, whatever we have in our corporate offices. These people had a Krodhagraham. They can go there and earth their anger. So this is why she goes to Krodhagraham. Now, सा कैकेयी सर्वाणि आभरणानि शिप्य क्रोधाग्रहम् आगतवती. तत्र दशरथः पृच्छति, किमर्थं क्रोधगृहे दुःखेन उपविष्टा आभरणहीना इति. Why are you sitting in क्रोधगृहं without any आभरण? Why are you looking so sad? Dasharatha asks. सा किमपि न उक्तवती. She does not answer. दशरथः पुनः पृच्छति, किम् अप्रियं मया प्रियं वा इति सर्वमपि सः पृच्छति. What have I done? Why are you sad? She does not answer at all. So she is basically exhausting Dasharatha. Now Dasharatha is shantah bhavati, khinnah bhavati. अतः सः पृच्छति, अतः सः तत् सर्वं दशरथः उक्त्वा अनन्तरं सः वदति, मे कश्चित् अभिप्रायः तं त्वया कृतमिच्छामि, त्वं किं तद् करिष्यति वा इति सः पृच्छति. Now Dasharatha is like suddenly he hears that Kaikeyi wants something. He said, yes, I will do whatever you please. Not be angry with me. Tell me what I have to do. Then when Kaikeyi insists so much, Dasharatha says 3 times. Saha trikalam vadati. Tena ramena Kaikeyi shape te vachanakriya. In the name of Rama, I will do whatever you want. It is such irony. Because he says 3 times in 3 different shlokas that I will do it for Rama. Because he says there is no other man dearer to me in this world than Rama. And hence in his name I will fulfill your promise. Now itself he is caught. But what does Kaikeyi again do? Adaha Kaikeyi sadharanitya na pृच्छति. पूर्वे अपि सः चिन्तितः शान्तः अस्ति. पुनः सः सर्वे देवाः शृणोतु साक्षी सिद्ध्यतां कृता सा पृच्छति. When Dasharatha says ask for your boon, she does not just tell the boon. She says, hey Varuna, hey Devaha, sarve shrunotu. Dasharatha mahyam dvau varau adadat purvam. Aham tau pritchami. Iti sa vadati. Ataha dharmaparanat saha Dasharatham vashikrutam. Ataha saha vadati. नवपञ्चच वर्षाणि दण्डकारण्यमाश्रितः क्षीराजिनजटाधारी रामो भवतु तापसः. She clearly says Rama has to go to forest for नवपञ्चच वर्षाणि. नवपञ्च is Nava and Pancha, 9 plus 5 is 14 years. And he says he should wear jatadhari. He should wear jata And Chirajina, here she is supposed to wear 3 marks, which is very cruel of her to say. So he says he is supposed to wear all this and he is supposed to go to the forest. And she also says, Abhisheka Samaramho Raghavasyopakalpitaha Anenai Vabhishekena Harato me Bhishikyatam. In the same Pattabhishekam planned for Rama, Bharata should be coronated. Is what she says. Now, Dasharatha obviously becomes very distressed and he suddenly becomes very shocked and he just falls to the floor. Saha Jagatyam Asinah. So he just falls to the floor, he doesn't know what to say. Shobhava Hata Chetanaha Asi. So his mind is full of grief now, he doesn't know what to say. Then he says, how can you do this to Rama? And Dasharatha and Kaikeyi's conversation goes on for a very long time. Saha vadati yadate janani tulya mrityam mahadi raghavaha. Rama was treating you like his own mother. He saw no bheda between you and Kaushalya. How could you do this to Rama? Then this goes on for some time, but every time Dasharatha tells this, Kaikeyi pulls the trump card. What is the false trump card she has? Dharma is the false trump card she has. She says, you gave me a vara, you gave me a boon. Now you are repenting if I ask you for a boon. You are not being a Dharmashila. She takes example of he takes example of kings who have been earlier Dharmashila and have attained Vaikuntha. She takes example of Shaibya. He says, Shaibya eva pakshine dharma palanaya swamamsam dattavan. He even gave his own flesh for dharma palana. Now we are not giving it to us. So she keeps saying that because of you are not following dharma, yadi tvam ramam manam na gacchati tvam dharmashilaha nasti iti sa punaha punaha vadati. Now Dasharatha is trapped. Now what does he do? He also does very pathetic, very sorrowful things. Kaikeyaha padau cha tasya shirasa saha sparshati. He even goes and falls at Kaikeyi's feet and says, please show daya, please show mercy, do not do this. I don't want to send Rama to the forest. Do not do this, please withdraw it. Kaikeyi does not do it. She is ativa dridha for some reason at this point, so she does not change what she's asking for. Saha Papa Dasharatha keeps falling down again and again. The whole night passes like this, and now it's morning. Chirakalam Charati, and now Suryastamam bhavati. Parantu sa dridha adhuna eva sa dridha asti. Atah kim bhavati सूर्योदये सुमन्त्रः अत्र गच्छति अत्र आगच्छति. Kaikeyi उक्तवान् रामम् आह्वय इति, because they are supposed to tell the news to Rama that they are supposed to go to the forest. So she asked Sumantra to bring Rama to this place. Now सा एव प्रासादम् अगच्छत्. सुमन्त्रः एव रामस्य प्रासादम् अगच्छत्. दशरथः त्वम् आह्वयति इति आगतम्. Now what are Rama and Sita doing? Now it's a nice scene. So Rama and Sita are basically doing puja. Tasya vratta anushtanam kurutah. Kimartham pattabhishekaya vasishtah adati vratta anushtanam kuru iti. Atah te vratta anushtanam kurutah. Tasya madhye stah. Now when Sumantra says I'm supposed to go, Rama Sita prati aham gatva shigram agachami iti vadati. He tells Sita I will go and come back quickly. Atra Sita ekam mangalashasanam karoti Ramaya. She does a mangalashasanam to Rama. Basically, what does she say? Purvam disham vajradharo dakshinam patu te yamaha varuna paschimamasham anoshastuttaram disham. So basically, what does she say? She says, may Indra protect you from the east, may Yama protect you from the south, may Varuna protect you from the west, and may Kubera protect you in the north. She is doing Mangala Shasana. Everyone protect you, may you need it. Now there is a question. Kimartham Sita Shri Rama and Mangala Shasanam karoti iti prityamashyate. Shri Rama Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakah. Saha eva Sureshwarah. Saha eva Paratparaha Paratma. Sa eva Indraha Varunah. Indram Varunam Yamam Chapi. Sa eva Palayati. Kimartham Tasmai Mangala Shasanam iti prityamashyate. Why are you doing Mangala Shasanam to Rama? He is the one who is taking care of all these Indra, Varuna, Yama, etc. So why is Sita doing Mangalashasana? Ativa Pritya eva Sita Mangalashasana karoti. It's because of her love. Kinchit kashtam Ramena na anubhavaniyam. Iti chintita. Rama should not even have any small, any amount of grief in his life. Is that thought? तथा एव भागवते शिशुकृष्णः पूतनां हत्वा तस्याः देहे क्रीडति स्म. परन्तु यशोदा तस्य दृष्टिनाशनं कृत्वा चिन्तनेन भोजनं ददाति. कृष्णः तां पराक्रमीं राक्षसीं हतवान्. सः पराक्रमः, वीर्यवान्, परन्तु प्रीत्या मातृभावेन एव यशोदा तस्य पालनाय प्रार्थनां करोति स्म. तथा एव अत्र just like Yashoda took care of Krishna after he killed Putana, Sita is also showing the same sort of matra bhava to Rama. Now, Rama walks out of his palace. This is again a beautiful scene. After this Mangalashasana, Sita says, okay, Shigram agachatu, and Rama goes to, walks out of his prasadam to go into Dasharatha prasadam. Atra, saha katham agachat iti prithyamashete. Guha Sakhyam Parvatat. He walks like a lion coming out of a cave. That was how beautiful he was walking. Now, यदि रामः रथे बहिरागच्छति, सर्वे तं द्रष्टुम् उत्साहाः सन्ति. All the prajaः are very excited to see him. Now, yesterday too we saw that then what do people say when they see Rama? They say, यश्च रामं न पश्येत् यां च रामो न पश्यति नन्दितः सर्वलोकेषु स्वात्माप्येनं विगर्हति. So he says, whoever does not see Rama, yascha Ramam na pashyetu, yam cha Ramo na pashyetu. Who does not see Rama or whom Rama does not see, all of the three worlds will scold him, and he will also scold himself. That is the kind of preeti they had towards Rama. So ataha Ramah kim karoti, सर्वेभ्यः दर्शनं दत्वा जीवनसाफल्यं च दत्वा कैकेयी प्रासादं गत्वा सः कैकेयी प्रासादं गच्छति. तत्र सः कं पश्यति, जरपीडितदशरथं पश्यति. So Dasharatha is sitting there with so much grief. He looks like he is jarapidita. Now Rama speaks to his father. Now as soon as Rama enters, Dasharatha vadati, Dasharatha Rama iti vadati. तदनन्तरं किमपि न वक्तुं शक्नोति. He is extremely sad. He just utters Rama, but after that he is unable to speak. He just calls. Now Rama has seen his father like this. Rama पृच्छति किमर्थं पिता मां न अभिभाषते. कैकेयी वदति नृपः किञ्चित् वक्तुम् इच्छति परन्तु तत् अशुभमस्ति. So she basically says in a few shlokas that the king wants to tell you something, but that is not something great, so he is afraid to tell that thing. Then Rama jhatiti vadati. Quickly Rama replies to this. Akshayeyam visham tiksham ajyeyam api charnave niyukto guruna pitra kena cha hikena cha. So he says, I will even jump into fire or I will drink poison. When will I do them? If my father commands. Now why does he say that? He gives 4 different positions to Dasharatha. He says Dasharatha is his guru. He is the guru. He is Pita, he is his father. He is the Nripaha, he is the king. So he is the king of all of Ayodhya, which means he is the king of everyone in the palace as well, his own sons as well. And he is Pitakamsh. He is one who wishes well for Rama. And hence he says, whatever he says, I will listen. Ataha punaha Ramaha vadati Ramo dvirnabhibhashate. He says Rama is not someone who says 2 things. If I say something, I will do it. So basically, he means the Leela and all those Leela-filled activities where he says something that we will not be able to understand that this is Satyam is all in the next avatara, in Krishna avatara. But in this avatara, Ramo dvirnabhibhashate. Krishna also says Satyam, but we won't be able to understand. So, Adhuna Kaikeyi vadati Tvaya aranyam praveshtavayam navavarshani pancha. So she tells in few shlokas to Rama, okay, so if you are willing to do this, you are supposed to go to a forest. And she narrates, yes, I was given these boons, and now Bharata will be consecrated, you are supposed to go to forest. The Durbhagya Vishayam is conveyed to Rama. Now, Atra Ramaha Shokam na pravidesha. Saha jatiti vadati एवमस्तु गमिष्यामि वनं वस्तुमहं पितः जटाजी नधरो राज्ञः प्रज्ञातुम् अनुपालय. He says, okay, I will go to the forest now and I will fulfill my father's wish. That krutva saha, moreover he again tells Kaikeyi, tvam ma dukham anubhava aham vanam gamishyami. So he knows that Kaikeyi is now very restless. She is very scared that if mantris get together in this time and if they start discussing, they will say no, Rama should not go. So she is very scared. But so Rama says, you don't worry, I will definitely go to the forest. He is trying to appease her as well. So saha vadati aham bharataya sarvam dadami. He says, I will give everything to Bharata. I don't have any wishes of my own. Such as his bhatru preeti. So he is bhatru vatsalaha Rama. He says, I will give everything to Bharata. Now Kaikeyi is again wicked. She says, शीघ्रं करोतु इति सा उक्तवान्. शीघ्रं त्वं वनं गच्छतु. So because Dasharatha is unable to speak, she says anrutam as well. She says something that's false. She says a lie as well. She says, Pitanas nasyate bhokshate yadi tvam na gachasi. She says your father will not take bath or will not eat if you don't go. So better go fast. Now Ramah tad shrunoti saha vadati yes aham gachami iti saha vadati. अत्र एकः विशेषः श्लोकः अस्ति. अनुक्तोऽप्यत्र भवता भक्त्या वचनादहं वने पश्यामि विजने वर्षाणीह चतुर्दश. So he says भवत्या वचनादहं वनं गच्छामि इति सः वदति. So why is he saying this? The first thing is he is asking, why did you say I have to go to Vanam? Kaikeyi says, I asked Dasharatha and hence Dasharatha said that you are supposed to go to Vanam and hence you are supposed to go. He says, you don't see any merit in me. If you had ordered me to go, I will go. That is one vyakyanam that is being given. The second vyakyanam is it is that bhavatya vachanad aham gachami Dasharathasya vachanad na. So he understands that it is her wish alone and not Dasharatha's wish. And hence he says, I am going by your words. But yet, even if it is your wish, I will fulfill it. It's another meaning. Ataha Ramaha te vanditva agachati. So he salutes, namaskritva. He salutes both of them and then he leaves. Now, atra Ramasya nityatva samachittatvam vartate. Purvam uchyate kosalarajyam tubhyam iti te vadati. Adhuna uktavan vanavasaya gachatu iti vadanti. परन्तु रामः सदा सच्चिदानन्दः समचित्तत्वे एव अस्ति. किञ्चिदपि मनस्सङ्कलनं विना राज्यप्राप्तिसमये मनस्थितिः यथा आसीत् तथैव अधुना एव तस्य मनस्थितिः अस्ति. Whatever was his state of mind when he got the kingdom, is the same state of mind when he lost it as well. So he does not experience any sort of grief because of his gains or losses. So अतः एव श्रीकृष्णः भगवद्गीतायां विद्यते समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु इति अपि वदति. श्रीकृष्णः अतः प्रसिद्धः श्लोकः अपि वदति. अस्माकं सर्वे अस्माभिः ज्ञातं तुल्यमिन्द्रास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेत स्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान्. So he basically says Tulya Ninda Stuti Mauni. During Ninda as well, during insult as well, or during praise as well. One who is situated in oneself, one who does not experience grief in any of these situations, is the one who is dear to me. Is what Krishna says. Atra Shri Krishna api जीवने दुर्भाग्यं प्राप्नोति, परन्तु कदाचित् न रोदनं करोति. Shri Krishna has so many unlucky things in his life. But he never once cried about it. It is never described in Bhagavatam that he felt sad for any of the unlucky things in his life. Sarvada santushtah samachittatve sthitah. Tasya kulashapena rajyam saha na praptavan. Ityarthe saha raja na abhavat. Vayam Krishna rajyam iti na vadamah. Rama rajyam eva vadamah. Ityarthe saha raja na bhavati. परन्तु सः तस्य कारणेन न चिन्तितवान्. सः द्वारकायाः ईशः भवति. अतः राजा कदाचित् न दुःखी अभवत् महायोगी एव अस्ति श्रीकृष्णः. So there is also a Kannada song which talks about Rama, who had this sort of samachittatva. It basically says that I am not praying to you, O Rama, that you are not supposed to give me any difficulties. I am praying to you to give me the Shakti to endure those difficulties and move forward with samachittatva. The song goes like. Basically says, Kashtakale Kodabeda, Engalavira is, don't say that I'm not telling you that you should not give me any of these difficulties. I'm just telling you that give me the Shakti to endure it. Is this nice song that is written? Now, all this bad news has been conveyed to Rama. Now he is going to see Kaushalya to convey this news to him. Rama Lakshmanena saha Kaushalyam drashtum gacchati. Atra ekah shlokah bhavati. कौशल्या वितदा देवी रात्रिं स्थित्वा समाहिता प्रभाते स्वकरोत् पूजा विष्णो पुत्रहितैषिणी. अस्य साधारणार्थं कौशल्या she is doing puja to Vishnu. For what? For putra hita. She is doing puja to Vishnu that she is doing puja to Vishnu that that Rama is supposed to be happy. His Padabhishekam should go well. But what happens here is that Valmiki writes Kaushalyapi Tada Devi. Why does he have to write Kaushalyapi? Kaushalya is also doing puja. Why does he write that? Is it for Chanda Puranartham? Is it for just satisfying the Chandas? The answer is no. He writes Kaushalyapi because Kaushalya Sarvaloka Mahishi Chakravarti Patni Vartate Parantu Sa Sarvada Putrahikaya Bhagavadhanam Karoti Adaha Vayamapi Sarvada Bhagavadhanam Kuryama. So, she is the Patni of Chakravarti Dasharatha. She has everything she needs in her life. But she does not think that I am not supposed to pray to Vishnu. She herself is also praying to Vishnu all the time. She is not to be emaciated by all the tapa she is always doing, all the work she is, all austerity she is performing for the wellness of Rama and for the wellness of the kingdom. Hence we infer that we are always supposed to pray whether we are in grief or whether we are in happiness. Now what happens? Rama goes and tells this very bad news to Kaushalya. Again she falls on the floor, like how a tree would fall on the floor. Again she also falls on the floor. So Kaushalya says something very sad. She says, even if I did not have a child, I would not have experienced so much grief. But now you are there, you are my Priya Putraha, but now you are going to the first. This grief is so unbearable for me. So this grief is greater than me not having a child. That's what Kaushalya says. Now Kaushalya and Lakshmana both try to tell Rama, look, Kaushalya vadati mama vachanam shrunotu vanam ma gaccha atra eva tvam raja bhavatu iti sa vadati parantu Rama tad na shrunoti. Lakshmana also says, see, I will destroy everyone in Ayodhya for your sake. If anyone comes against you, I will destroy them. You are the one who is supposed to become king. Can't you see through their wicked intentions? But Rama does not heed to any of this. He says, Vanagamanam eva dharmaha aham pitruvakya paripalanam karomi tadeva dharmaha ataha aham vanam gamishyami iti sa vadati. Atra eva Ramaha dridhapratignaha atra eva saha Ramo vigrahavan dharmaha iti vayam pashyamaha. Even if Kaikeyi, even if Lakshmana, even if those post him right perspective, he is one who is always in dharma. Here we also see that something called Ishwarecha exists. So Rama is the one who is most suited for becoming the king. He is the one loved by all his prajas, by his father, and his Pathabhishekam was designated that very morning. But it so happened that because of fate, because of Ishwarecha, Narayanasya Ichha eva, then na bhavati. Ataha Ishwarecha avashyakam iti api vayam avadhitum shaknumah. Now, Kaushalya finally accepts. Rama is not agreeing to this. She says, Satam Krame Vartasva, Idanim Gacha, Shigram Vinivartasva. Now go, come back quickly. So I want you to go to the forest, come back quickly. And she gives all blessings to Rama. Now this is done. Now, Atra Kim Bhavati. We have finished the first conversation that Rama had with Kaushalya. Kaushalya also said, I want to come with you to the forest. But Rama did not accept. He says, no, you're supposed to do karma with your husband. You're not supposed to do. Now we move on to the next important conversation. That is, Rama goes to Sita. He goes to Sita and says, see, I am going to the forest, and this is what he conveys that Nirbandham he has. And Sita Adivesh Dukhi Bhavati. Kimartham? She is not sad because Rama is going to the forest. She is sad because Rama said, you stay here, take care of Karna, take care of Shatrugna, take care of my parents. She is sad that Rama didn't take her along with him. So she says, Tvaya Yadapahasyam me Shutva Naravaratmajaka. Tvaya Yadapahasyam, you will laugh. If I had said the same thing to you, if I had said, I am going to Varam, then you would have laughed. The same day you are supposed to take me. This is what she says. Secondly, very importantly, she says, Agraste Gamishyami. She says, I will go in front of you. And I will show you, and I will ensure that all the obstacles in your path are clear before you come. So, in Vyakyanam, they say Rama's feet is supposed to be very soft, just like Padma Padav. His feet are like lotus feet, very soft. So she says, I will go remove all the thorns, and hence you come. I will take care of you. This is what she says. That is the kind of preeti she has. Now she also says, Matrasha Pitacha Giridhashrayam Anushishta Asmi. So I have been told in various ways as to what I am supposed to do, not supposed to do by my father and mother. You don't need to tell me no. Don't tell me that I am not supposed to go to the forest. I know what to do. Then Rama says again, he is trying to scare her. He says, no, there are Mrigaha Sakti, Sarpaha Sakti. All of them are dangerous. You are not supposed to come. Then Sita says something very short. She says, Kimtva Manyata Vaidekaha Dame Mithiladhipaha Ramaja Mataram Prapya Striyam Purusha Vigraham. She says, if you do like this, then Janaka will think that he married, that he got his daughter married to a woman who was in the disguise of a man. So she says, you are not courageous enough to take me then. Why are you not taking me? You are supposed to take me. Then after hearing all this, Rama has to accept. She also says, I already know that I am supposed to go to the forest. But an astrologer came and told my mother that you have Anavasam in your life. Hence, I already have everything ready. From that time, I have been very enthusiastic to go to the forest also, she says. So, such was the kind of Samachitatam she had. She did not experience any grief in going to the forest. Now, she also says you are supposed to do your karma yoga by taking Janaka's name, by saying Janaka will think that you are a woman. She also says that Janaka was someone who did karma yoga. And Sita was born in the land where he did karma yoga. Sita was born in the Yaga Bhumi because he keeps doing karma yoga. Likewise, like Anda was born in the Nandavana because his job is to do flower garlands, make flower garlands. So in this Nandavana, Anda was born. In the same way, Sita was born in Dasharatha's Yaga Bhumi. So he is one who was always engaged in karma yoga. So then, Sita is trying to imply if you do not do your karma, then it is an insult to Janaka as well, who was a karma yogi, who is your father-in-law. And if you do not take me, you won't be able to do your karma. Hence, you are supposed to take me. Also something that she says. Now, she also says that she gives a distinction between Swarga and Naraka. She says, Swarga for me is being with you. Naraka for me is not being with you. So then, Rama accepts this. He says, Nadevi tava dukkhena Swargam abhi abhiroche. If you are sad, I don't even desire Swarga, I don't desire anything. If you are feeling so sad that you will be staying back, I will take you along with you. Do not feel sad. So Rama also, because of his pity, decides to take Sita. Now he says, Saha Dharmachari Bhava. Be along with me and be the one who walks along with me in the path of Dharma. Saha Dharmachari Bhava iti Rama. Now next, this conversation is over. Who is the other one who is adamant who wants to come along with Rama? This Lakshmana. He has to prepare for this next debate. Lakshmana is someone who comes with far more clever and powerful arguments. What does he say? First, he says, into the conversation, he says, Anujñātascha bhavata purvameva yadasmavaham kimidānīm punarithim Kriyate Mannivaranam. He says, you already told me that I can come to the forest with you. Now why are you changing your words? He asks. Rama is astonished. Then Dasharatha says, you told Sita earlier, Priyatarau Bharata Shatrughnau Visheshatah Tvaya Bhatraputra Sanau Drashtavyo. You told Sita, take care of Bharata and Shatrugna like Bharata as your brother and Shatrugna like your son. But you never told how she should take care of me. You told about everyone to Sita, how she is supposed to take care of everyone. But you never told how she should take care of me in the palace. Which means you already assumed I should come here. So then Rama is again caught checkmate. He says, okay, come on. So now Lakshmana does Sharanagati to both Rama and Sita. So what does he say? He says, Bhavam Susaha Vaidekya Visanushu Ramsyate Aham Sarvam Karishyami Jagrata Swapadashkyate. So he says, I will do everything for both of you, whether awake or asleep. So he says, I will do everything for you in the forest. I want to do Kaikeyi for you. So now, he does Sharanagati in Rama and Sita. So he does Sharanagati in presence of Sita. So Vyakhyanam says that because Lakshmana did Sharanagati in presence of Sita to Rama, he touches both their feet. So now what happens is, Sita Kadaksham is necessary for Rama to give Sharanagati. So it's basically like if you do Sharanagati without Sita. So Bharata goes to Sita when he is in Aranyam, when he is in forest, and he says, please come back. But he touches only Rama's feet, he does not touch Sita. So he does not get what he wants. But now Lakshmana is doing Sharanagati to both Rama and Sita. So Vyakhyanakarakaha vadanti tasya Sharanagati bhavati. So his Sharanagati is Sampurna. So they accept the Sharanagati. So even in Vaya Maha Mantram it is said that I want to do Sharanagati to Sriman Narayana. And they do Sharanagati to Sriman Narayana. And it says I want to do Kaikeyi. So Lakshmana is doing both of them. Now it is accepted. Rama, after so much of conversation, could not say no. So it says, yes, Lakshmana, come along. Let's both let's go to the forest. Now quickly let's just see what happens when they go to the forest, and let's finally see how they meet Guha. So just before that, before going to the forest, Rama does Vitta Vishranam, which means that he distributes all his wealth before Yatra Daga. It is a practice that before going for any good Yatra, they distribute all their wealth. So they are not like present day people who hoard their wealth or who's trying to like accumulate wealth when they are going for a Yatra. He does Vitta Vishranam. He gives away to so many sages. Suyanyaya, Agastya Rishaye, Kaushika Rishaye, Chittarataya, iti sarvebhyaha dhanam vittam cha dadam. After doing all this, now they are in the scene where they are supposed to go to the forest. The Ratha is ready. Sarve bharyaha prajaha rajyavasinaha tatra sakti. Ha ha Rama iti te sarve ninadam sanjangi. They are all sad and they are all shouting, oh Rama, why are you going? Now Dasharatha even says out of grief, Aham Raghava Kaikeya Varadarena Mohitaha Ayodhyayas Tvamovadya Bhavaraja Nigrimyama. He says, you better imprison me now. Imprison me and Kaikeyi and you rule this Ayodhya. I don't want you going. Such is the amount of grief he has. But Rama says, no, tava vritam satyamastu. May your vratam be true. And hence I will go to the forest. Now what happens is Kaikeyi Kshiram Dadati Ramaya Sitaya api Kshiram Dadati. She gives a 3 bath to Rama. Now, sa Sitaya api tad dadati parantu sa tad katham dharitavyam iti na janati. So Sita doesn't know how to carry 3 bath. She is someone who is so used to carrying silk garments. She is a Rajaputri. She is always brought up in the palace. It says that even Sundays are not touched her. So she has been living such a comfortable life. Now she doesn't know how to carry. Now seeing this, Rama quickly he himself helps her right here. Now seeing all these people are really saying, what is this kind of Durbhagam that has come? Now Vasishtha Adeva Kupitaha Bhavan. Why does he become angry? Because when he sees that Sita is being given 3 baths, he becomes very angry. He tells Kaikeyi, look, Nirbandha is only for Rama. It is not for Sita to go to the forest and wear all this 3 baths. You are doing great papam by doing this. Take off the 3 baths. But no one listens. Kaikeyi doesn't listen. Sita also says, Rama api tadeva dharayati. Aham tadeva dharayami. Tadeva samyak. So he doesn't explicitly state it, but she doesn't refute as well. So it so happens that she wears 3 baths as well. Now Dasharatha keeps crying. Dasharatha keeps crying for Rama, but nothing could be done at the time. So both of them go and are going to ascend the chariot. That is when Sumitra's Vachanam happens to Lakshmana. Sumitra says, first thing, she says very important things to Lakshmana before going to the forest. She says, first thing, Srishtasthvam Vanavasaya. You are born only for Vanavasa, she says. She says, I know during your time of birth that Vanavasa was your purpose of birth. Hence, do not worry, do not feel sad. Go there and do whatever you are supposed to do for Rama. Rame Pramadam Maki Shihi Putra Bhatari Chihi. He says, don't be inattentive doing puja to Rama. By that, she just means that do not be lost in Rama's beauty. You start looking at Rama's beauty, you will forget what work to do. So she says, when puja, look at Rama's beauty while doing namaskaram. But later, don't look at his beauty, you do Kaikeyi. Now, she says one very important shloka. I'll take just 15 more minutes. Now, this important shloka is very beautiful. She says, Ram Dasharatham Vidhi, Vam Vidhi Janakatmajam, Ayodhyam Atavim Vidhi, Kachhatata Yathasukam. So, the Sadharana Artha is, it's just that regard Rama as Dasharatha. Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi. Vidhi means to know. Know that Rama is Dasharatha. Know that, Vidhi means consider, regard. So she says, regard Rama as Dasharatha, regard Rama as your father, regard Sita as your mother, and regard Atavim as Ayodhya, is what she says. But Parantu Govindaraja's bhashye Ruchitara Vakyani santi. Saha Trini Arthani Vyakhyana Kantham Kurvanti. Vayam Shighram Tat Pashyamaha. Prathama Ritya Saha Bhavati. Saha Shabdasya Anya Arthaha Dadati. What does he say? He gives different artham to Shabdas. He says, first he says, Dasharatham Vishnu, iti vagat. Katham Dasharatham Vishnu bhavati. Damshane, yes. Damsha means to bite. So, yam damshati saha damshaha. Atra damshaha pakshi ityartha. One who bites is pakshi, is a bird. Damshaha means pakshi. Pakshinam adhipatihi kaha garudaha eva pakshinam adhipati. So, Dashaha means Garuda. Saha Garudaha Ratha Yasya Tam Vishnum Vidhi iti arthaha. For Garuda is whosoever Ratha is Garuda, whosoever Ratha is Dasha. Know him to be Rama. So whose Ratham is Dasha? It is Vishnu. So Ramam Vishnum Vidhi. Know that Ramam is Vishnu. Tatha eva Mam Janakatmacham Mam Vidhi. Mam ityarthe Lakshmi. That shloka eva shlokam api asti. Indira Lokamata Ma iti asti. So know that Sita is Lakshmi. Janakatmacham Mam Vidhi. Know that she is Lakshmi. Atavim Ayodhyam Vidhi. Now, Katham Atavim Ayodhyam bhavati. Saha vadati Ayodhyam iti Yodhum Ashakyam iti Atavim. Yodhum Ashakyam Anya Purim Kim Yodhum Ashakyam. Vaikuntham Yodhum Ashakyam. Ataha Atavim Yodhum Ashakyam Vaikuntham Purim. So he said, Rama, know that Rama is Vishnu, Sita is Lakshmi, and know that Atavim itself is Vaikuntha Navati. Now Vidhi Aritya is, she says, Rama Dasharatham cha Vidhi. Vidhi here means not to know, it means to, Vidhi equals Pashya. See Rama and Dasharatha and compare. She says, Rama and Dasharatham cha Pashya. Ubhayatos Taramyam Pashyati iti artha. See both of them and compare both of them. Who is better? Rama only is better. Right? Because obviously Rama is Paramatma, Dasharatha is Manushya. So Rama is better. Hence take refuge in Rama. Similarly, Mam Janakatmacham Vidhi. Compare me and Janakatmacha. Janakatmacha is better. Hence take refuge in Janakatmacha. Ayodhya Atavim cha Vidhi. Atavim cha Uttamam. Saha Vidhi. Katham tad bhavati. Yataha Lakshmanasya Kaikeryam Atavim eva samyak bhavati. He can do Kaikeryam well only in Atavim. If he does Kaikeryam in Ayodhya, there are already so many sevakaha, already so many servants. So he won't be able to do that much Kaikeryam. But if he goes to forest, there are only 3 of them, and there are so many dangers in the forest. Hence he has more opportunity to do Kaikeryam. Hence Atavim only is better. Now Tritiya Ritya Shighram Pashyamaha. Ramam Dasharatham Ramam Uparatam Vidhi. Uparatam here, Ramam ityartham Uparatam Sahavati. Uparatam means he is not available. Just know that Dasharatham Uparatam Vidhi. Dasharatham Ramam Uparatam Vidhi. Know that Dasharatha is not available. Mam Janakatmacham cha Vidhi. Mam here refers to Sumitra. But Janakatmajam Vidhi means, it doesn't mean Sita, it means Aham Janakagruham Agatavati Iti Manyate. Iti Sa Janakatmaja means, she says, I have gone to my father's house. Mam Janakatmaja. Think that I have gone to my father's house and I am also not here. Ayodhya Atavim Mityathe Nirjaneyam. It is something that should not be habited. So think that Ayodhya is something that should not be habited. So now you go to the forest. This Tritiya Ritya, that is the Artha. So Ramam Dasharatha Vidhi. First, Prathama Ritya Artha is by giving different meaning to Dasharatha. Second is by giving different meaning to Vidhi. Third is by giving different meaning to Rama. And hence they come up with the different Artha. Now Shikram Kim Bhavati. एकः विशेषः विषयमेव भवति गुहमेलनात् पूर्वं तत् किं भवति दशरथः तिष्ठ इति वदति यथा रथः चलति रामेण यथा रामरथं चलति दशरथः तिष्ठ इति वदति परन्तु रामः किं वदति नाश्रौषमिति राजानं उपलब्धोऽपि वक्ष्यामि चिरं दुःखस्य प्रापिष्ठम् इति रामस्त्वम् अब्रवीत्. So he says, if Dasharatha asks, I will tell, I did not hear him saying Tishta. You drive the chariot, he tells Sumantra. Now there is a question. Satyavachi kutra asti? Ramaha Satyavachi asti va? Parantu saha, why is he telling that I will tell this? Why is he saying this? Atra dharma sukshma asti. First, the thing is, if he had said that, he would make both his father's word as well as his word false. Father has promised to Kaikeyi, he also promised to Kaikeyi. If he had stopped, then he is making both their words false. Kaikeyi also said, Shikram Agachatu, Saradavatu. So that word will become false. Second, the question is, Shanika Vachanam va, Ajiva Vachanam va? Is it said for just one moment or is it said for his lifetime? He says, stop only for a moment. But that Panchanimisham Tishtati Cheta, Itopi Ekagantah Bhavati, Dinani Bhavatu, that Dharmaha Nasti. If he stands for 1 second, it will become days, it will become 1 hour, it will become days. No one will be willing to let him go. So he goes. But by stopping, thirdly, is it going to cause difficulty to Dasharatha or is it going to cause happiness to Dasharatha? It's only going to cause difficulty. Because if he stops for some time, his grief increases. He is unable to bear the separation. And fourth thing is also that he protected Sumantra. He protects Sumantra by saying, in case Dasharatha asks, I will say, I only didn't hear. I didn't hear. You don't need to take the blame. Hence, he is Paripalaka always. He protects his devotee. Whether it is Papam or Niyam, then Rama Pari Sumantra was. Fifth thing is trying to protect his Sakyam Dukhameva. He is trying to protect whatever order the world needs to have. He is supposed to go to the forest, hence like. Ataha Ramo Vigrahavan Karmaha. Now, Sarvepi Dukha Sagare Magnaha, chariot has gone. Just one small interesting thing happens. Everyone is going along with Rama in the chariot. He is not able to stop anyone. So what does Rama do? Rama calls for the night. Then he says, Kamsa he calls at the Kamsa. But then he says, he does not want those prajas coming along with him. So he starts sleeping. But then later he wakes up and says, Sumantra, ride the chariot in the opposite direction for some time, for a small amount of time. Then when prajas are thinking that we are going towards Ayodhya, then turn the chariot and go back towards Aranya. So he does this, and then they go to Aranya. Then Janaha, they see that Rama is not there, they wake up and they again feel sad. But this is Vidhi again goes to the forest. Who is Guha? Guha is Tatra Raja Go Nama, Ramasya Atma Samsakha. So he is Rama's Atma Sakha. He is one who is so dear to Rama. That is Guha. And he is Nishada Javi. He is from the Nishada days. And Balavan. He is very powerful. Now this is Guha. Guha is basically a boatman who Rama meets when he goes to Ganga Tir. Now Guha is his Atma Sakha. So Guha welcomes him saying, Rama, come to my place. You can take rest here for me. You are the one whom I always surrender to. Guha does all this namaskaram to Rama. He says, the entire land belongs to you. Swagatam te Mahabaho, Tveyam Akhilamani, the entire world is yours. Vayam Preshya Bhavan Bharta Sadhu Prashadhi Nama. We will all do service to you, this entire land is yours. So consider this entire land yours. Now Rama Kim Karati, Bhujabhyam Sadhu Vanibhyam, Pidayan Vakyam Aggali. So he becomes Guha. He does Sakhyam for Guha. Now, what is the speciality here? Who is Guha? He is not someone from Rajakulam. He is not getting his gunas also. Upanyasakaha say, Guha goes to his mother and he asks for food. But if mother doesn't give him food, and keep it at her neck and ask, when are you going to give me food? That is the kind of guna that Guha has. He is not someone who is getting gunas also. Now, all our rights in Tamil, this is a Pasuram. ஏடை ஏதலன் கீழ்மகன் என்று எண்ணாது இறங்கி அங்கு மற்றவர்க்கு இன்னருள் புரிந்து மாழை மான் மடநோக்கி முன்தோழி முன்பி என்பி என்று முழுங்கிலை. So he says he does not consider that he is poor. Here ஏழை also means that he does not have Shastra Jnana. Rama does not consider that. He does not consider that he is edal, he does not have good character. Kீழ்மகன், he is of some of a race that is not as good as his, he does not consider. Rama does not take any of these into account, but he gives that sort of friendship to Guha and he gives that sort of respect to Guha. That is the beauty of Rama. Tadeva Saushilya. The Saushilya that we saw in the beginning of Upanyasa. Mahataha Mandrehi Saha Nirandrena Sabhava Saushilya. Mandrehi Saha Atra Bhutena Saha Ramaha Bhutena Saha Nirandrena Sabhava Saushilya. Now what happens? Now when night approaches, Guha says, I have made the bed for you, please sleep. Before that, Guha also gives mamsam to Rama and he gives so many other things to Rama that he can use, but Rama says, I am doing Vanavasa. I cannot accept this. But Preetya Eva Saha, he doesn't angrily reject it. Again, he has Vagbhushan. He doesn't very harshly say, no, I cannot take this, I am doing Vanavasa, please take the bed. He says it with so much Preetya, you have done so much for me, I cannot repay this back. Since I am doing Vanavasa, I cannot take this. I only want fodder for my horses, and Guha gives us fodder for my horses. Now finally just what happens is that now when they are sleeping, Rama and Sita start sleeping on the Kusha grass. Lakshmana is unable to sleep because he is seeing he wants to keep vigil for Rama and ensure that there is no danger towards him. Guha is also looking at Lakshmana. Now Vyakhanakaraha, they say there could be a doubt in Guha's mind if Lakshmana itself was a bad actor. He was wishing bad for Rama. So he was keeping an eye on Lakshmana. Now who was keeping an eye on Guha? Guha's Sevakaha was keeping an eye on Guha. And all of them were circling around Rama and Sita who were sleeping. Now the question is, Lakshmana is Rama's brother. Hence because of his love he is going around Rama. And Guha is Rama's friend, Atma Sakha. Hence he is going around Rama. But why are Guha Sevakaha also so worried about Rama? Why are they also going around Rama? They have just seen Rama, they have not seen him earlier. What is the reason? Means there is another Vyakyanam from Divya Vranta. ஒரு நாள் மேகத்திலே விழுந்தாரை வடிவழக்கப்படுத்தும் பாடு. So it basically means that if they see him only once, then his beauty is so good that it basically captivates them. And they are unable to wish anything bad for Rama. They always want to wish that everything good happens to Rama. Same thing happens when Parashurama comes as well. Dasharatha is so scared for Rama. Why is he so scared? They know that Rama killed Marita, Rama killed so many Rakshasas. But because of Rama's face, that happened. The same problem this Devagaha also showed. And Lakshmana also replies to Guha saying, Rama and Sita are sleeping on Kusha grass. I cannot sleep now. Guha tells Lakshmana, you can go sleep, I will take care. Lakshmana says, I cannot see this side, I cannot sleep. I will sleep properly only when they go back to Ayodhya. That's what Lakshmana says. Now, तदाते निद्रां कर्तुं वृक्षमुपाश्रितः तद्रते निद्रामपि कुर्वन्ति वयम् अयोध्याकाण्डायाः पञ्चाशत् सर्गे स्मः एकपञ्चाशत् सर्गे स्मः अधुना रामस्य सीताश्च गङ्गातीरे निद्रां करोति both of them are sleeping in गङ्गातीरं ते शान्तया सुखेन स्वपेता let them sleep happily and peacefully. So let us end this upanyasam on a happy note. So basically Rama and Sita are sleeping under the tree and hence the story will continue from how Guha takes his birth for the next Upanyasa. So we end the Upanyasa on a happy note that may the sleep be peaceful, may this night be peaceful for us. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunarnave Chaktavartitanuchaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Kayanacha Manasendre Prabhuskarmana Prabhu Sukhavat Prabhudyatya Sakalam Parasmainarayanayati Samarpayami Sarvam Shri Krishnasanastu.
I request Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Rajesh, to speak to us. Yeah, please. Thank you, sir. Let's take the mic for a moment. Stand. Yes.
So, thank you for the invite. I'm actually amused because I don't have any Panditya in the Sanskrita. The only thing I learned that was in the school many decades back. So, anyway, I'm thankful to him for the invite. And one thing I want to talk about, of course, is on the Ramayana, is that, but of course, I'm pretty sure in many other chapters we are going to discuss. Krishna has come in many avatars. And in many avatars, let's say Matsya, Kurma, Narasimha, people usually don't ask questions. Why he used his nails to kill? Why he did not use his elbows or head? Things like that. But Rama came as a human form. So people start to apply our human society, civilizational rules on him to judge. Did he do it right? If I was there, I would have done like this, things like that. And of course, there is always this kind of questions from age old on few things that we have done. One thing that I want to say here is that, of course, this comes later in the chapter where the Agni Pravesha of the Sita, right? So many people question why did Rama is in so much love and devoted and be sincere to wife. Today, some people ask, not everyone, some people ask, why did he allow this? My question is, if you think of this in a very, not like a literature or with the faith, think of this in terms of a psychological. What if he has not done that? Right? So as a king and as a husband, he could have just said, I mean, as a husband, he definitely believes in his wife. And as a king also, he would have said, no, she will not do Agni Pravesha. I'm the king, I'm saying, and most people would have kept quiet and not created any trouble. But today, after many, lot of time, right, he would have been the hero. Right? People would have said, what a great husband he is. He would have been the hero, but Sita would have been villain for some people. Some people would have been still, those people who are asking questions, their santati would have been continued. They would have been existed in this yuga also. And they would have been thinking, oh, why she did not do that? Maybe there is something, So Rama had this, in my opinion, the Tyaga and Balidan. He sacrificed himself. So that even today nobody questions Sita. They are always asking Rama is great when he did this, but nobody asks Sita. So that is Rama. Rama is the Tyaga and Balidan, so that nobody questions Sita forever. So with this, I would like to thank again, and wonderful event. And she gave an extraordinary, for her age, this is extraordinarily Panditya and with humor. It's not like a very strict sense. She has a very good command over both the languages and the humor also. So I wish you very good.
Request sir to honor the speaker of the day. Just 2 minutes. We'll do Naivedyam and give Prasadam. Huh?
It will look you. என்கிட்ட பண்ணலப்பா படுத்துருங்கடா.